case we need this.
Okay.
I'm also going to try to remember to put myself on Do Not Disturb so I don't have all these things popping up when we're talking. So. All right, I'm going to share my screen, Tracy, so we can get ready for you to start.
Perfect.
So we'd like to welcome everyone to the session for resources. We're excited to have you. This is being recorded, so that way you can be able to look back and share. We will be sharing all the links out on Friday, as well as a survey. Apologize for some of the hiccups we've had this afternoon, or this evening. It's afternoon for you West Coasters, but it's 8 o'clock for us here on the East Coast, and my kids are still awake, so no judgment from anyone. But I will kick it over to Tracy.
All righty. Well, welcome everyone. We are going to be talking about finding relay resources, and we kind of based it around the movie Finding Nemo. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We appreciate your time that you have set aside to join us. My name is Tracy Depano. I am a staff partner with ACS for going on 11 years. And I'm here with one of my event leads, Jody Patrick Vanya.
My name's Jody Patrick Vanya. I've been relaying here in Phillipsburg, which is now the Relay for Life of Warren County, for 25 years. So we're gonna jump right in, talk about some resources. We're gonna take you on a little story, a little journey with our friend Relay Bob. Say hi to Bob. So we're going to assist you in finding some resources that are available to help in planning and executing your event. So as we journey through this ocean of information that's out there, and there is a lot of information out there for us, we want to stop and highlight some of these resources. However, we are going to have a comprehensive list that will be available to everybody. So our friend Relay Bob here, he's trying to plan his first, or maybe not his first Relay remote event, and he's feeling a little bit lost. So let's take a swim with Bob over a sunken ship and a hard right at the coral reef to our first resource, the Event Management Center.
So the Event Management Center, this is our ACS website. For registration and fundraising, but most importantly, sharing information with our teams and participants. The EMC is the administrative side where we can do many things to help market and promote Relay. Things you can do in EMC of the website include update the announcements area of your website, take care of customer service issues like adjusting where donations are credited to or changing a participant's team, sending emails to all past and current event participants, run reports for your current year's event to get information about performance and contact information for teams, participants, and more. This is basically the role of the online chair that will be taking this on. So while this description highlights the administrative side, this is also where teams and participants' dashboards live. You can personalize your dashboard with photos and stories. Team captains can utilize the dashboard to communicate with team members as well as using it to request donations. Does anybody have any questions on the EMC part of the Relay website? So this is your own friendly URL for your specific site yourself. I'm not sure if everybody's aware of the back end, if you have anybody that takes care of it.
That's why.
But that's exactly what we're referring to here. All right.
Okay, so moving on, Relay Bob, he was really surprised by all the functions available on the Event Management Center, as I was the first time I saw it years ago. But looking for some other resources to help Relay Bob, he continued his journey through the underwater cave and came across the official ACS Fundraising App.
So I'm sure many of you may or may not have heard about our Relay ACS Official Fundraising App. And once you register for an event, you have full access to all the app features. You can even register for your event via the app using the same society account login information you created online. Once in the app, this can be used to send fundraising asks through email, group text, or social media. You can also process credit cards and check donations instantly. I know a lot of people don't know that you can actually deposit checks through the app, but this has really been super handy, especially now during the pandemic, for anybody that has had checks come in, that you can actually put them in. And if you don't deposit them through the app and they need to be moved to another participant, we can absolutely do that on the back end through the EMC if you let your staff partner know if you don't have access to do that. So it's also super handy for event day. We encourage you to share with all your ELT members and team captains to download the app. It's an excellent accounting tool that any volunteer can use to collect donations and process, like I mentioned before, credit cards and checks. When you're on site doing any fundraiser anywhere and you need to take a payment from anyone, if they want to purchase anything at your table, it's really easy to process right there on site. So we encourage everyone to have your ELT download the app.
So Relay Bob immediately downloaded this app to aid in his fundraising efforts.
So Jody, how has this app helped you?
Well, for one thing, the function to deposit checks has been the biggest thing for me, because the checks come in, they get mailed to my house personally, and then sometimes I'd have to wait a month before I saw somebody in order to get them turned in and deposited. And then I would have, friends and family calling me, hey, you never cashed my check. So this way it comes in, I can run it right through the app and it goes right into my fundraising.
And I also know that for me, it's helped when you're around family and friends around the holidays and they say they want to make a donation and somebody doesn't always have cash. I whip out that app. There's no way around it now. So you can make a donation right with your credit card.
Absolutely.
Tracy, we do have a hand up in the room.
Okay.
It's Jill.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry. You can do credit cards now? Because I know before we could not. I tried and I wasn't able to do credit cards.
Yes, absolutely. You can do credit cards
okay.
through the app. And I'm happy to, one of us or your staff partner, we can take you a little walk through that. I actually, at the end of our presentation, we can even go to the site and kind of show you.
Okay.
All right.
Because I tried with a credit card and it didn't work here. Well, it was last year. And somebody said, well, you can't do credit cards on there yet. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can.
Okay. Thank you.
Now you're set. We'll show you how to do it.
All right.
Anybody else?
Jill's friends better watch out now.
Okay, so armed with some great resources so far, Relay Bob was still looking for some more help. He was hoping to find some resources to help his ELT. So swimming along past King Neptune's castle, he came upon Relay Connect.
All right, so moving on to Relay Connect. I know this one was something that I used years ago and it was not as user-friendly as it is today. It's a one-stop shop for all things Relay. Our national catch-all for resources and announcements, as well as group conversations and message threads from relayers across the country, asking questions and sharing ideas. You don't need a login to search on the site, but if you'd like to post on a discussion, you will need to log on. The email address and password you use to get into your dashboard will get you through the access. So as everybody knows, we have moved to all of our platforms where we are trying to get everybody to utilize your same login. One login fits all. So whatever you use for your Relay website, this is the login that you use here as well.
Can you please come?
The resource library is full of documents and materials from ACS and other volunteers from all over the country. So make sure that you bookmark it. Has anybody done anything on Relay Connect or anything you want to share about it or ask questions? We can take a look at that site too. We'll go to them later.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Relay Bob, he was so excited with everything that he has found so far that he decided to go a little bit further in his quest to locate Relay resources. He took a deep dive into the depths of this big ocean of information, and he swam up upon Relay Wisdom.
Okay, so Relay Wisdom is something that was brought new to me from Jody. So I'm just going to share a little bit more here. This blog hosted by Relay mentor Kendra is a quick and easy way to help with your social media post. It is a chock full of pre-written posts and graphics covering everything from mission to fundraising and everything in between. There is an extensive resource list with links. While it is primarily geared for Relay for Life of San Francisco Bay Area, there are many general posts that cover any relay. So Jody, if you want to share any more about that.
So what I was doing, I'm also the social media chair in our local event here, and I was doing social media training last year, probably, or the year before, and this resource came up in conversation. So I had jotted it down and wanted to take a look at it. And as I was scrolling through and, just moseying around in there, I mean, everything is right there. It's just full of information. She's got calendars for the current month and the following month with all of your graphics and posts and links right to the ACS website. Also links to Brand Toolkit, Relay Connect. It's just a wealth of information, and it's quick and easy because you can just grab and go. Grab a graphic, add some text, pop it right into your social media posts.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard about this, I just learned about it again, like I said, from Jody. She's awesome at our social media posting, and I didn't know where she was grabbing everything from. Thought she was creating a lot of it too, but it definitely was, like I said, there is some stuff that's geared towards the San Francisco Bay Area, which, maybe you won't be able to utilize everything, but you can alter the wording to best fit your needs. But there's a lot of graphics and stuff on there that you can just pull and use as a quick grab and go. I mean, it's up to date. It's November 1st. It's November 2nd. It's a blog every day. She's doing a fantastic job.
Almost every day, yeah. So, why create something new when it's there for you? It's easy. So,
any questions on that?
Any questions on that? I go to that blog at least 2 or 3 times a day when I'm working on stuff. So it's really been helpful. Okay, so let's continue on with Relay Bob. He couldn't believe his luck when he swam upon this with the blog. He knew it was just going to be a game changer for his social media lead. Relay Bob decided to look for one last resource. Oh no. What's that? Right behind Relay Bob was a large, angry cancer shark looking for a meal. Bob darted around in a field of seaweed and luckily lost that nasty cancer shark, and he swam up upon Brand Toolkit.
So Brand Toolkit, need a poster template or want an infographic about breast cancer? Brand Toolkit has all the ACS designed and approved materials. You will have to register and create a login to access the site, but all volunteers can do so. If you don't have access to the site for more than 90 days, though, your login does deactivate and you'll have to re-register when you log in again. It's pretty fast and easy. So we have a lot of stuff here on Brand Toolkit. Some of it is not being updated, so some things may not be able to be used. We are starting to put things in some other different areas, and we're going to continue to show you some more stuff. But just know that if you go there and you can't find it like it was there before, or some things may not be able to be pulled and accessed like it was before, we are doing some updates and changing some things around. So don't get discouraged if you find that. But I just wanted to still put it out there that there is a lot of stuff still housed there for our volunteers, and it's a great place to go.
That's another website that I visit quite often when I'm doing social media posts for our relay. So Relay Bob, he registered, he created his login, and this opened up a whole new world of resources for him and his ELT.
You can really go on down an underwater cave rabbit hole, looking at and utilizing all the information and tools available in this resource.
So coming to the end of his journey, Relay Bob now feels that he has the tools and resources to navigate and plan a successful event. But hold on a quick minute. Relay Bob wanted to bring your attention to 2 more resources that he felt were important to mention.
So first being the Volunteer Learning Center. So as I mentioned earlier, with gaining access to EMC, our Event Management Center, which is the back end of the website, to gain access, you will need to take a training on our Volunteer Learning Center site, which can be found at volunteerlearning.cancer.org. But the trainings go beyond EMC. The site offers general training so you can be successful in your role. You create your own profile and then register for any of the e-learnings and webinars that you see there that you have interest in. There are trainings to educate you on how to speak about ACS programs and services and how we're making the biggest impact in the fight against cancer. Last, I wanted to bring us back to the new site that launched last week that is going to be super helpful to everyone. If you were on the session last week for being the CEO of your own event, Kayla took us on a tour through this new platform, which includes timelines, role descriptions, day of event management meetings, risk management, and all the links for many resources we are talking about here tonight. This site will continuously be updated, and remember, it's just a guide for you. This is your event to create for your community with the guide to help you through it. As we mentioned before, there are other resources out there, and we will have a list that will be shared with you all. You will always have your staff partner and a whole network of relayers ready to support you. We hope you enjoyed our episode of Finding the Relay Resources, and we can now move into any open discussion or any site if you'd like me to share my screen on any of the ones that we just talked about. Does anybody have any questions?
The fundraising app.
Of course I do, but I can't
So,
do anything because I'm audio only.
That's one that I didn't.
Tracy, if it's okay, I'm going to share because that's a question we've had about accounting trainings and resources. We do have some YouTube videos that are available for all of you that want to learn how to process your donations and get those sent into our PO box. We have a great PO box for all of our UES events in Kennesaw, Georgia, that you can send your donations or registration forms or anything to. But we do have pre-recorded YouTube videos that walk you through all of those. There's a great one that walks you through how to use the app. So there are some awesome resources on the volunteer, but again, that ACS Empowered website that you guys have, there's some great links there, and emails that your staff partner can also send you that explain how to get access to your website if you want someone to be trained on the website, and also how to do the accounting training too.
And Tracy, when
Yes.
you say you're going to share the sites, I put down how are you going to share the sites? Are you going to email those sites to everyone? And then you've got a couple of questions about, will all of the sessions and links be available somewhere? I think just about everybody wants to know, where can we go and get the information that you're talking about?
Yes, so Jess is going to actually be sending out all the links to all of the trainings that were done, all the recordings, but I'm also going to send her a document that's going to have all the links to all these tools and resources so that that can be shared out to everyone as well. It's going to be just one resource document.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Tracy.
Absolutely. Anything else?
If another good tip that I like to use as a volunteer is our remote events Facebook page. So if you have any questions or you want to share events or share fundraising ideas, if you're on Facebook, it's Relay for Life Remote Events, and that is for all events supported and staffed by our team. There is a couple of questions that you have to answer when you log on. Specifically, one is what event you're with and who's your staff partner. So they're really easy. They're not hard to do. But if you will be sure to answer those questions, just give your name and your staff partner, Hopefully you know your staff partner's name because we probably drive you crazy, but we do hope that you guys will do that and we'll get you added to that page too. And that's a great one for any of your committee members or even team captains to be a part of as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to share this. This is what it looks like if you can see my screen, the Relay resource list. So there's all the different resources that we talked about here. They all have the links. And then, Jess, as you just mentioned, at the bottom, we do have the general websites and some of the social media pages as well. That'll be included all in there.
This is definitely one of those topics that can be overwhelming, and you guys did a fantastic job of leading it and making it understandable and not so overwhelming. So great job, and you just kept us all swimming ahead, right? So, and I'm a personal fan of Relay Bob. I think Disney could definitely take up some Relay Bob there.
All right.
I am going to share the next link for the next session. I've double checked the email. The only one that was messed up tonight was the very first one. This one and the next one are correct. But I'm going to share the link in the chat, but you guys are welcome to stick around and ask any questions to our fabulous leaders here or share any resources that have been helpful to you. Most of us have been longtime relayers, so we might have guidebooks from 15 years ago, and sometimes those are great things to share too. But I am going to share the link in the chat, but the link and the phone number in the email are correct for our next session, which is on survivors and caregivers with Sharon. So you're welcome to stay on, but if not, you've got about a 10-minute bathroom break if you need to get a snack or a bathroom break before we start survivors and caregivers. So thank you guys again. Y'all did it. And I'm jealous you're beside each other. I'm so jealous. So jealous. Thanks all.
All right. Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
We'll make sure we get these out to you.